Hello! So today is day one of my reading 7 books in 7 days challenge. If you do not know what this is, basically, I talked a little bit about it in my TBR, but it is essentially just a challenge that I have been doing since the start of my channel. My first ever video was a booktubeathon check-in, and I did the booktubeathon every year, and then I did the reading rush, and then when the reading rush stopped, I just started doing this challenge on my own, but this is obviously day one, and I talked about all the books that I'm planning on reading this week in my TBR, which, again, will be in the description box below. But, I don't know what time it is. I have my phone right here. It is 8:48, so a little bit of a later start than I would have liked, but I basically just woke up, so I have to drink my coffee, and I'm gonna make my bed, and brush my teeth and everything, you know, all that really fun stuff. And I don't know which book I want to read today. I do kind of want to read something short to ease myself into the readathon, but I also really want to read Forging Silver into Stars, but that book is also like 540 pages. So, maybe not the best idea for the beginning of a readathon, but I guess I'll see. Maybe once I have some caffeine in me, I'll be able to make better decisions. But, I don't have anything going on today. It's also going to rain today, so that's not the most fun thing, but I have to edit the TBR video that I made yesterday and upload it, so that shouldn't take that long. The video was pretty short, so I meant to do it last night, but I forgot and fell asleep. But I am gonna obviously go downstairs and just get ready for the day and everything like that, but I'm gonna try to leave the house today if the rain is not too bad, so maybe I'll go out to like get lunch or something, or go to Starbucks and take you guys along with me, because I'm finally able to like drive by myself. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe I don't want to break my camera, obviously, so I'll have to figure out a way to make that work, but I am gonna go downstairs, drink my coffee, become a regular human being, make my bed, all that stuff, and I will let you know what book I am planning on starting this challenge with. So it is about 9:45. I promise I will look a little bit more presentable in the next clip, but I just went downstairs, I had my coffee, and I wasn't really that hungry, so I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm probably gonna end up having an early lunch. But while I was drinking my coffee and playing Wordle and going through TikTok, I realized that I actually have something to do today. I know, what a shocker. Honestly, if you watched my vlogs from past years, you are probably surprised that I have anything to do during this week, but I have a Ukrainian language lesson at 11, so in like an hour and 15 minutes. So it's from 11 to 12. I'm going to try my best to get my TBR edited and uploaded by that time, but I have to do like the smallest bit of homework, and I obviously have to make my bed and everything, and get dressed, and brush my teeth, and make my hair not look like this. So that'll take a little while, and I probably won't even get to read until after noon. So I think that knocks Forging Silver into Stars out of the running. So I think the book that I'm going to start today, or try to read today, is The Agathas by Kathleen, Glasgow, and Lawson, because one, it's not that long. It's like a little bit under 400 pages, I think, and it's a mystery, and those are always pretty fast to read, so I think that's what I'm going to read today. I probably won't speak to you until after my lesson, but right now I'm going to get ready for the day and clean my room a little bit, because it looks like it was hit by a tornado, and then I'm going to do a little bit of homework and then edit that video, and hopefully the next time I speak to you it will be uploaded and everything, and I will be able to start my first book of the week. So if it looks really grainy right now and gross and it seems like it's nighttime outside, I promise it's not. It's just like really, really rainy and disgusting outside, which is not the best. I feel like we've had pretty good weather in New York for the summer so far, so this is kind of just a fluke day. So I just had my lesson. It's like a little after 12, so I think it went well. And my video uploaded, I edited it and uploaded it actually way quicker than I thought I would, but that's a different story. I think I'm going to start the Agathas now. I'm going to try to get like 100-ish pages in before I go get lunch. I don't know where I'm going to get lunch, but I'll figure it out. And maybe I'll take you along with me. Depends on where I'm going. If it's like really, really far, then I don't really want to waste that much footage. But if it's close by, then I'll do it. But yeah, I'm gonna go read now, and I will update you once I'm probably about 100 pages into the Agathas. Okay, it has been a little while, but I am actually exactly 100 pages into the Agathas by Kathleen Glasgow and Liz Lawson, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm like a fourth of the way through. This book is just under 400 pages, so I have about 300 left to go. And now I can finally talk about what this book is actually about, because I had no idea. But basically, we follow two main characters. One is Alice, who was originally a part of like the popular group of people in her high school. It's this small town called Castle Cove in Central California. And she was originally a part of the group, but then she was kind of kicked out because one of her other friends ended up stealing Alice's boyfriend, and Alice ended up disappearing for, I think, 5 days, and she came back, so it's kind of mirroring Agatha Christie's disappearance, because when she found out that her husband was cheating on her, she disappeared for 11 days, and they still have no idea what happened to her, and so Alice is obsessed with Agatha Christie, and she recreated that sort of mystery. And so now it's been a couple of months, she is back in high school, and she's trying to figure out what to do, and she ends up getting assigned a tutor named Iris, who also goes to the high school, and she's like, you know, not one of the cool kids. She kind of just floats through school, she kind of calls herself invisible, and one day they both end up at this party, and Alice ends up leaving in like a rage, but Iris sees one girl end up like running into the woods by herself. She's drunk, and she just got into a fight with the boyfriend who she stole from Alice, and she ends up getting into a fight, and Iris sees her disappear, and she goes after her, but when she tries to find her, she can't, so Brooke is declared missing. And there's this whole investigation that launches. I am really into it so far. There was just a gigantic revelation at the end of the chapter that I read, and I really like that we get Alice and Iris's POVs, but we also get text chains from the like main group of girls that Alice was originally a part of. And there's like news clippings and reportings that are interspersed throughout the book, and I really like that aspect of the book. Obviously, I love the Agatha Christie references. There's a guidance counselor in here called Mrs. Westmacott, which was Agatha Christie's pen name for when she was writing romance books. There's obviously just a bunch of different references to the different stories in here. There are the epigraphs from all the different books, and there are actual books mentioned and certain scenarios in those books and all that stuff. And so I obviously love that aspect, and the cozy mystery sort of aspect. It's like a really small town, you know, it happened around Halloween, so those kind of spooky vibes. And I'm really enjoying the book so far. It's a little bit cringy with just the way that, like, the popular girls and the weirdos, like, that's just kind of a little bit overdone, and a little dated, but I still think I still am overall enjoying the book. I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied today, but yeah, I'm excited to continue on with the book and see how the rest of it goes, and I think this was definitely a good choice for today because it's not too long, and it's also very quick to read. I'm kind of able to breeze through it. I have no idea what time it is right now, but I am so hungry because I wasn't hungry for breakfast this morning, but now I'm definitely really hungry for lunch, and I don't know where I'm gonna go, and like, I don't know if I want a sandwich or a salad or pizza or something. I have no clue what I am in the mood for, but I really don't know. So yeah, and I mean, obviously you can't help me because you're seeing this like more than a day, or almost a day after I make my decision, but I'm going to try to take you along. I'm going to go to Starbucks, I think, for sure. And I guess I'll decide when I get to the town that I'm going to what I want to do for lunch, so see you there. Okay, I have never tried vlogging while driving, so if this angle is like absolutely atrocious, Hashtag my apologies. I am going to Starbucks. I do have to take the highway to get there, which is fine. I really don't mind taking the highway at all. It's like really rainy right now. Like, it's not actively raining, but it's just really dry, or really gray and drab. At least the roads aren't wet, because I hate driving when the roads are like really wet. It's just not like fun to do. Okay, so I am on the ramp now. I'm like technically on the highway right now. So I have to merge, and there's a whole line of cars behind me. Okay, now I'm on the highway. And also I can easily see one of my family members commenting on this video or yelling at me in person that I am distracted, but I just want to make it clear that I'm not looking at the phone right now. I'm focused on the road ahead, so that is the most important thing. I don't know what I'm gonna get at Starbucks. I have been getting their like iced, venti, brown sugar shaken oat milk espresso thing, and it tastes really good, but I end up staying up until like 12:30 in the morning because it has so much caffeine in it, and I always drink coffee in the morning, so I like already have caffeine in my system, so it's just like even more caffeine that I don't really need to function. Like, I'm perfectly functioning right now. I just kind of like having a little bit of a boost of energy, so maybe I can get it without as many shots of espresso in it. Or maybe I'll get like a nice summery drink, but I don't really feel like doing that because it's like really gross and it doesn't feel like summer right now. Usually I will listen to music, so it feels kind of weird that there's no music on right now and I'm kind of just talking and filling the void of silence that's happening right now. But I am already on the exit ramp, so it's like it's like a really short drive when you go on the highway, but when you take the regular roads, like my dad wants me to, it takes like over 20 minutes, but it literally took, I don't even know how long. I've been talking for like 2-3 minutes. Okay, so I'm in the town. I'm gonna go do a mobile order for my Starbucks and pick it up, and then get my pizza, and I'll show you when I have it, and then I will be going home. This was a very short expedition, but I'll let you know when I have my coffee and my lunch. I'm very excited about both of those things. Okay, so I am back home. Obviously, my hair has gotten very large because it's raining, and my hair always does that. But I was gonna vlog, but then I didn't feel like it. So I'm home now. I got a caramel macchiato from Starbucks, and I actually ended up getting a sandwich because I didn't feel like getting pizza. So I'm gonna eat these and then read the Agathas, and I will check in once I have probably gotten like another at least 100 pages in. So see you then. Okay, I have no clue what time it is. It could be like around 3:30. I did eat my lunch. It was a pretty good sandwich. It was huge though, and it was so messy to eat, but I enjoyed that, in case you were curious, and I drank some of my Starbucks drink, but most importantly, back to the reading portion of this vlog. I am now on page 202 of the Agathas, so I am a little bit over halfway through the book, and I'm really enjoying it. I like the two main characters, Alice and Iris. I think they're interesting, and I like the mystery at the heart of the story. I think it's interesting, and I like the way that they're going about solving it, and I really enjoy the mixed media aspect of the book. There are, as I said, text message chains, there are news clippings, there are like Instagram posts and comments. There are like snippets at Iris and Alice's murder board, so like who they think could have committed the crime. And it's all this stuff, and it's really interesting. I love the small town feel and how like everyone is a suspect. I think it's just taking a really interesting approach. I do think, like, it doesn't really feel like Agatha Christie, obviously. Like, obviously it's modern, so it's a contemporary book. But I don't know if it necessarily has Agatha Christie vibes. I don't know if that was the point of this story, but I do still like it, like, as just a book. I'm just not really seeing the point of, like, the Agatha Christie connection. Like, I don't understand why the authors chose to incorporate Agatha Christie. I like this incorporations of Agatha Christie and, like, the quotes from the book and the little nods, but I don't necessarily understand why that was done. So, I don't know, maybe by the end of the book I'll understand it, but I do think it's interesting that they talk about, like, Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple and how they did things, and both of the characters are very, very clever and smart, and I definitely like Iris as a human being more, but I think Alice is more interesting to read just because she's more layered, she's not really that great of a person, like, she literally disappeared so that people would think that her boyfriend, like, kidnapped her and killed her, so that is, like, not really a normal, fun thing to do. So she's, like, a little bit off-kilter, obviously, but I think she's definitely more interesting to read, even though Iris, I think, is a better person and, like, a more normal human being. But still, I really like this book so far, and I wonder if it's going to be a series. Like, I wonder, well, I hope this is, like, a complete mystery in this book. I have a feeling that it will be, but I think the authors could definitely continue on with the series and have different mysteries for each book, so I think that would definitely be interesting. Yeah, it's definitely a solid book so far. The writing, you know, is good. I can't really complain. The plot is obviously really interesting and fast-paced. It's just super, super quick to get through. So I think this is great, especially since I got a little bit of a later start to the day. So yeah, I'm already halfway through the book, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break now. Maybe watch some TV, maybe write a college supplemental essay, maybe I'll hang out with my cats, I don't know, I'll see. But I'm definitely going to read a little bit more of the book pretty soon. I just want to take a little bit of a reading break, and I will update you once I've gotten a little bit farther into the Agathas. We are getting to the point of the vlog where it is just getting darker and darker outside, but it's about 6:30 and I'm on page 303 of the Agathas, and this book is just getting better and better as the story continues. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up giving it like a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm really, really enjoying it so far. Also, there is going to be a sequel, so that's really exciting, and I'm interested to see if there's like a cliffhanger at the end of this book that will kind of lead into the next one. I don't know. But I'm really liking how all of the different things are slowly starting to unravel. I have about like 90 pages, a little over 90 pages left in the book, so again, I'm sure I can finish it today, but I'm gonna go help my mom make dinner in a little while, and then we're gonna eat that, and I'm gonna have to shower, and then I'll probably end up finishing the book after that. Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm liking, I mean, the character development isn't like amazing, like the characters aren't really changing that much, but I do think Alice is becoming a little bit of a more normal human being. You know, she's not as, like, rash, or, what is the word? I can't think of the word. Not compulsive, but she just, like, kind of does the first thing that comes to her mind. She doesn't really think things through. She's definitely becoming a little bit more, not analytical. I don't know why I, like, can't think of the specific vocabulary, but she's becoming more, she's thinking through her decisions a little bit more, and I definitely like that development with her. Iris, we're learning more about Iris, but I don't think she as a character is necessarily like growing or changing a lot, but you know, this is obviously a mystery, so it's focused more on the plot. I am starting to get a little bit more of the reason behind the Agatha Christie incorporation. I think it's interesting, and I think it's a cool sort of, it sets us apart from other YA mysteries, and I like how the different epigraphs from the different Agatha Christie books tie into what's happening in that chapter, so I think that's really cool, and again, I'm really enjoying the mixed media aspect of the book. I think it just kind of opens the view of the book, so we're kind of getting a little bit more of a bird's eye view while not being in so many different perspectives. I like that it's limited to Alice and Iris, but we're also getting to see different aspects of the story unravel in different ways. But again, there was some pretty big revelations in those last 100 pages, and I'm really excited to see how the story wraps up. I do have an idea of who the culprit is. There's someone that they're pushing as like the culprit, and I feel like that would be too easy. Like, you know, when in books or movies or TV shows, when they're pushing someone really, really hard, I usually don't suspect that person at all, because, like, that would just be really anticlimactic if it ended up being that person. So, I do have a person in mind, and I think I'm right. I'm really interested to see who it actually is. I'm not 100% sure, but I have a pretty good feeling, and I'll let you know if I'm right in the end. it's kind of interesting doing reading vlogs again where I'm not spoiling the book, because I haven't done a vlog like that since the last time I did this challenge, which was over a year ago. So I'm trying to talk about the book in depth while also not revealing anything about the story. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I definitely think that it can get at least 4 stars unless the last like 90 pages are atrocious, which I don't really see happening. That was definitely a good choice for today. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious just because I'm thinking about my interview on Thursday and I'm just really nervous about it. I'm trying to prepare like my answers and stuff. I don't know what they're going to ask, obviously, but I'm trying to anticipate what they're going to ask me, and I definitely want to have some like answers ready if they do ask those questions. So yeah, but if you have any advice, leave it in the comment section down below, because I am nervous, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm going to go help my mom make dinner, and then we're going to eat it, probably watch a Jeopardy and then Wheel of Fortune, and then I'm going to shower and finish up the Agathas. Maybe I'll read a little bit more in the interim, but I'll check back in probably once I finish the book, so I will see you then. Oof, this lighting is really not great. I don't know why I look this way, but whatever. It is a little bit after 9, we had dinner, I showered, and I ended up finishing The Agathas by Kathleen Glasgow and Lawson, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to end up giving this book 4 stars. I did predict who the killer was, and I am very proud of myself. Honestly, I know sometimes people are disappointed when they end up predicting the culprit correctly, but I end up feeling really satisfied being able to discern who the, killer was. I don't really care. Also, it's usually really satisfying when I don't figure it out, because it's usually, again, another interesting killer, but I also really like when I figure it out. So that's why I really enjoy mysteries, because I like them both ways. Yeah, I ended up really enjoying this book. I really liked both of the characters by the end. Alice definitely reminds me of Stevie Bell from the Truly Devious series. They're both obsessed with, Agatha Christie and all that sort of detective stuff. There's also other nods to, like, mystery things in this book. There are little nods to Murder, She Wrote. There are mentions of Veronica Mars. It has a little bit of a Scooby-Doo vibe to it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked the way, all the twists and turns. It was a really fast plot, and I'm honestly surprised by how much plot was packed into just a little under 400 pages. And this definitely kept me engaged the entire way through. I was really interested the entire way, and even when I realized that I predicted the killer correctly, it was still really satisfying, because I, 1, got to know that I was right, and 2, it was just, I thought, a really interesting way to end the book and an interesting culprit. So that was really fun, and I'm super excited for the next book in this series. I hope it comes out, soon, at least less than a year away. I think this book came out in April or May, so hopefully the next book comes out around that time as well, so not too far away. But yeah, I definitely liked this book a whole lot, and it was a great way to start the week and start the challenge. Plus, I really like this cover. I think it's really interesting. I'm pretty sure this is Iris on the cover, and then Alice in the glasses, and then it's just a really nice shade of blue. And I'm super happy and satisfied with this book. It had a lot of great vibes. I think that if Agatha Christie was writing in today's times, this would definitely be a type of book she would write. The prose is not really similar to Agatha Christie at all, but the vibes and the plot/story definitely are. So I can definitely see the connections now. And again, I really liked the incorporation of Agatha Christie and all of the quotes and stuff. So that was really fun, and would definitely recommend this book if you are a murder mystery fan, or you just think it sounds interesting. I would definitely recommend it. It was super addicting and easy to read. But that is it for this video. I'm gonna make my bed, and then we're gonna go upstairs and watch something. We're probably gonna watch Mike and Molly, because that's what we're watching right now. But tomorrow is the season finale for Only Murders in the Building, so I'm really excited for that. But that's gonna be mentioned in tomorrow's vlog. That is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this day 1 vlog. It was definitely an eventful day. I had a lot of stuff to do, but I still ended up reading an entire book, so I'm really excited about that.
But that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. All my social media links are in the description box below, and I will see you tomorrow for day 2. Bye!